Hi guys, in today's leading case, we will discuss the case of Muslim law Kapoor Chand, plaintiff or appellant versus Qadir Unnisa, defendant or respondent. It is reference to AIR 1935 SC 413. Subject: in this case, it has been decided that meher debt cannot be given any priority to other debts under the Muslim law, and claim for an unpaid meher is also similar to other debt. Facts of the case. Number 1. A decree was given in favor of Kapoor Chand against Mir Hamid Ali, who was the husband of defendant Qadir Unnisha, the defendant. Second, Mir Hamid Ali, who was judgment debtor, died. Third, Kapoor Chand plaintiff, who was judgment debtor, attached the house of Mir Hamid Ali, died. Fourth, during the execution, Qadir Nisha Begum, defendant, who was the widow of the deceased, raised an objection before the trial court that she is in the possession of house of her husband in exchange of her meher, and she cannot be evicted unless the amount of meher is paid. Trial court. The trial court allowed the objection of the widow and ordered that the house be sold, and whatever amount is received in consideration from this amount, first of all the meher amount should be paid to the widow and the balance amount be handed over to the decree holder. There was no possibility to receive more than the amount of the meher debt. According to the trial court, the meher debt of the widow will be given priority to other secured creditors, and her status will be deemed as a secured creditor. High Court. A revision was dismissed by the High Court against the judgment of the trial court. Kapoor Chand filed an appeal before the Judicial Committee of the state, which was sent to the Apex Court under Article 374, Section 4 of the Constitution. Supreme Court. In this case, the main question for consideration was whether a widow can hold the property of her deceased husband till the payment of her meher debt, or she will be given priority to other unsecured creditors. First, it cannot be denied that her husband died leaving behind a house and huge debts. The house was neither mortgaged to anyone nor was transferred. Second, if her husband had mortgaged the house in favor of his wife for meher debt, then her demand would be considered first. But in the instant case, it was not so, nor any such law has been enacted in which the widow will be given priority to the other unsecured creditors. Third, the appellant contended that if the widow is in the possession of the house in connection with her meher debt, even then her demands will not be given preference because her status is similar to other unsecured creditors. Fourth, the respondent's plea was that the widow had a lien on the property of her husband for meher debt. If she is in the possession of the house, she cannot be evicted from the house in case her meher debt is not paid off. The widow's demand if against the property of her husband. This demand is based on the group that nikah is a contract and meher is its consideration. Fifth, the learned judges observe that meher debt is the result of the marriage system. This demand emerges out of the contract between husband and wife, and preference should be given a preference at the time of the division of property of her husband. But according to any of the principles of Muslim law, contractual debts cannot be given priority. Sixth, for the meher debt, the widow can be deemed as unsecured creditor. Therefore, as per law, she is entitled to get equal to other unsecured creditors. Since in this case, debt is more and property is less, therefore, the property will be divided in a proportionate way. Judgment. Appeal is allowed and objection of the widow is dismissed. Law points. Number 1. Under the Muslim law, the distribution of property in a proportionate way is not invalid. Second, meher debt is an unsecured debt. Third, meher debt cannot be given a priority to other unsecured debt. Fourth, unpaid meher debt is demand based debt which is payable on demand. With this, we end our this legal case of Muslim law. Friends, Please tell us what legal cases do you want from us to make, and if you like the video, please like, share and do not forget to subscribe our channel. Thanks for watching.